All-Star game, LeBron had 19 points, including an alley-oop from his best friend, Dwayne Wade. And Kevin Durant had 31 points, including 6 three-pointers. He went on to win his second MVP award in the win. And we are joined by NBA champ Matt Barnes. Good morning. Good to have you with us.
Good morning. Good to be back.
But, Skip, I'm going to start with you first on this.
Thank you.
Since it's Katie talk.
Yeah.
What did he prove last night?
Well, obviously, he proved once again he's the best player on this planet.
Oh, my goodness.
And obviously, he proved once again when the stakes are highest, he is the greatest going, because that's now back-to-back finals MVPs in which he took over back-to-back game threes in LeBron's house. And now he's won 2 All-Star game MVPs, and this one was special because he took this game over down the stretch of the fourth quarter, making all 4 of his shots, including 3 of 3 from 3. And once again, we saw last night that Steph Curry, in the biggest moments, often comes up, unfortunately, the smallest. And I'm a big Steph fan, but I cannot defend what's happened to him in the biggest games, on the biggest stages in the postseason. He has come up even smaller than he is at about 6 feet 3 inches tall. And last night, Steph had the game in the palm of his hand. That was his game in the city in which he grew up. And he went 3 for 11 in the fourth quarter, including 1 for 8 from 3. He missed his last 7 shots, and I'm not counting the little sideshow dunk at the end of the game, which cut the deficit all the way to 14. And down the stretch, Steph Curry missed 7 straight shots, 6 of them from three-point range. So all I can say is my final takeaway from that game is that Steph Curry should thank his lucky stars that he has Kevin Durant on his side. He didn't have Kevin Durant on his side in that fateful 2016 finals in which he and his group had a 3-1 lead and felt. Were you on that? No, I didn't think you were on that team. I should have looked that up. But the point is,
He said it wouldn't happen. He'd been there.
you know what? I don't think it would have happened if Matt Barnes had been there. That would have given them some guts and some character that maybe they lacked. And that's why, as you keep saying, Draymond ran into the parking lot crying tears, crocodile tears, and called Kevin Durant and said,
they weren't crocodile, they were real.
Yeah, real tears.
That's what LeBron do to folks. You know what, Matt?
Or Kyrie.
I'm so tired of Skip Bayless doing this because he'll never miss.
What did you see? I
know what I saw.
Yeah.
But so let me get this straight. So in the third quarter, with Dame Dollar, Klay Thompson, and Bradley Beal doing what they did, that meant nothing.
No, it
because
meant
Kevin Durant was when they made this run, when they were down 20, they made this run without Kevin Durant, without LeBron James being on the court.
True.
So you minimize all that.
I don't minimize it. They hung right in there.
What you mean hung in there? They had the lead.
They hung in. Well, I even gave props to that guy number 2 up in Toronto. He made 3 threes early in the fourth quarter. I told you that.
Matt watched the game. Matt also watched that when LeBron and KD left the ball game, they were down 20. And when they came back in, it was a different ball game. I'm not trying to take anything away from KD. The All-Star game is tailor-made for KD because, first of all, it's not you can guard him anyway.
The truth is, any game is tailor-made for KD.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay, fine, give you that. But he's 7 foot tall. He's shooting the ball at a 9.5 foot arc, so you can't block it. He got it going, and so now he's stepping back. He's turning around from the 3-point in the corner, splashing nothing but nets. And when he gets it going like this, but Skip, stop it. He didn't say this last year when they were down 11 and LeBron was the MVP and he brought him back. He didn't mention anything, but that was the best player. It solidified it. But every chance he gets, when Kevin Durant does anything, you didn't say that. When Steph Curry was out.
Last year at this time, I didn't know Kevin Durant was going to win back-to-back finals MVPs.
Okay, what about this year?
Wow.
What about this year when Steph Curry got injured and they were 7-7 in his absence? I didn't hear him mention one thing.
What did I tell you?
Wow, no.
Money on the table. Big stage,
Matt,
money games.
Matt, you see what I got to go through every day.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of LeBron, and I agree with you most of the time, Shannon. But I'm gonna skip on this one. I think that what Kevin Durant has proven.
I'm shocked by this.
What Kevin Durant has proven, he's just probably the most hated player in the game. For him to win Finals MVPs, for him to win All-Star Game MVPs, and not be talked about in the conversation every year about being in the MVP candidate. I think it shows people are really holding on to his move to Golden State. Now,
You can't go join up the two-time league MVP.
But people didn't. I mean, LeBron went and joined Bosh and D Wade, and
Which one of them won the MVP?
It was. They were still. They could have won it. Either one of them could have won.
Not in regular season.
Yeah, D Wade has always been someone who's kind of been looked over as far as MVP because he's the third greatest shooting guard of all time.
Yeah.
I think LeBron. I mean, I think KD just takes a lot of credit because a lot of heat because people don't like him. But I think at this point with LeBron, years are catching up to him. Yeah. KD is just went out. KD went out and looked like he played just a normal game. He was very efficient. He wasn't out there jacking up shots. He took the shots that were given to him and he made the shots like he always does. But like you said, you can't discredit the bench. I think the bench obviously won the game for them. Dame was huge in the game. Clay was huge. Bradley Beal got going. But it's tough as a player to go lead the game down 20. Your bench comes in and kills, but then KD was able to still come in and pick up where he left off. Sometimes, you know, you've been sitting so long, you might be a little cold, but KD came and picked up right where he left off, and he put the cherry on top of the cake.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, AD joins LeBron James. What's the chance LeBron James ever wins another MVP? So that's what KD did. He went and joined the guy that was a two-time. He's the only man in the history of the game to win that award unanimously. Now think about all the greats that's won that award multiple times. Kareem, Wilt, Michael, Jordan, Magic, Bird. None of them can say, I got all first-place votes. That's what Steph Curry did. And Kevin Durant went and joined him. And you want him to get the MVP?
Why not? Why not?
How?
To me, I think KD, like I said, I just think we're at a time where, you know, Mother Nature, or Father Time's undefeated. You know, LeBron, you can see LeBron is slowing down. I think he still has more in the tank, don't get me wrong. But KD is in his prime right now. And obviously the most efficient player, probably going to go down as the most efficient scorer the league has ever seen. So I think, like I said, I think a lot of the...
How is he more efficient than LeBron when he takes the same amount of shots but average fewer points? I'm missing something.
He's still very efficient because you guys look who else he's playing with. Like you said, to your point, he's playing with Steph and Clay.
That's what I wanted you to say.
You have to sacrifice your game like they sacrificed their games in Miami. Everyone sacrificed their games in Miami. You know what I mean? And KD is sacrificed, but still his number. And when they need him in the finals, All-Star games don't mean much, but he's still. You know, in the All-Star game, everyone's going for that MVP.
Yeah.
And KD just goes out there and plays his normal game and gets the MVP.
That was LeBron. Hold on. How many MVPs for?
Is that 2 for KD?
How many LeBron got?
We got 2.
LeBron got 3. LeBron got 3.
Well, it's Westbrook, LeBron, and KD are the only active players with multiple.
He got 3.
I'm not taking nothing away from LeBron. LeBron has been the best player in the world for a lot of
history.
years.
You understand?
Hold on. It was just last year.
A long time ago.
He just won the award last year.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was like a service award, you know, distinguished service.
So in other words, they being down 11 last year, and LeBron team. See, again, LeBron James knows how to pick them. Who was his first pick?
No, great pick. No, great pick. Great. That's why I think he's going to make a great owner.
What happened in 2016 to a 2-time league MVP in Steph Curry? What happened in games 5, 6, and 7? What happened to Steph Curry? And I love Steph, and I told everybody before the draft, I'm taking him #1 over Blake Griffin, and I think I was right about that.
Right.
But still, I cannot defend that his playoff stats have never measured up to regular season stats.
Right.
So his 2-time MVPs in the regular season don't measure up because they don't count in the postseason. So what happened in those 3 games? He had 7 assists to 12 turnovers over 3 games. That doesn't work. And in that game 7, that's in his house. You're a 2-time MVP at home. And you've let this team come up from 3-1 down. You have to close this deal. It's 3-all. And what do? You shoot 6 for 19 in game 7 at your house. You shoot 4 of 14 from 3. In the fourth quarter, you go 1 for 6 and 1 of 5 from 3. That will not get it done. And finally, Kyrie Irving said, I've seen enough of this because neither team could buy a basket down the stretch. And finally, Kyrie said, I got
What about that block? You keep saying that Steph Curry shrank. No, it was called an eclipse.
Oh.
You know what an eclipse is? Is when objects, one bigger than the other, blocks and I skip, you can't see it. That eclipse, 6'9" from Akron, blocked out everything, dropped from the Raptors.
But if the NBA doesn't go out of the way to suspend Draymond, the Warriors.
What you mean? The man thought he was a rockhead.
Come on, man.
How many times you gonna let him do that?
Suspend him the first game of next season. Don't take him out of the finals because if you don't take Draymond out of that, you don't take Draymond out of that, the Warriors have won 4 straight titles.
You remember what they did to Amari Stoudemire? When he set 1 foot on the bench.
Not the finals.
It wasn't the finals.
Oh, so all they did was have the Spurs down.
Not the finals.
Oh, so now
It's different. It's different. It's different.
One man had a habit of kicking people in the private
He
part.
shouldn't have been. You know, he has some flailing limbs, but still.
Flailing. You notice he don't be doing that now?
Kicking
It's
up the
amazing. It's amazing when they sit him down.
I know in the summer he works out not flailing his limbs when he works out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Never in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine I was going to do this, but I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to hug this man right here.
Oh, wow.
Because that's the most wisdom ever spoken at this table about LeBron James and Kevin Durant. And I thank you for that. And I don't even know Matt. I just had to hug him on national TV.
The thing that I'll give Matt,
it was special.
The thing that I give Matt credit for,
shocking.
Matt doesn't come up here with a bias. And the thing is, it's hard when you critique players because when you say this about this players, it's almost people automatically assume you're taking a shot at that player.
Right.
It's not the case. Man, I did everything I possibly could. I've been trying to, KD, you need to holler at your boy, go and get. I know what Kevin Durant represents. I know what he is. And I knew if he got with them light-skinned boys down in the Bay Area, what was going to happen. And it happened, yes.
Be ugly.
Well, there's one light skin.
Gonna be ugly.
No, two of them, Steph and Clay.
Okay, I
and
get
they had three, had him down there too.
Yeah. But the
Going to a fashion show.
Yeah, I got you. But in the end, you have to admit that Kevin Durant had the weight of the NBA world on his shoulders, the first finals, the first go-around in Golden State. At LeBron's house, he shot that three right in LeBron's face.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it because Kevin is the thinnest-skinned superstar I've ever closely observed. He's always, as I said the other day, he's Kevin Durant because he do rant. And he rants and he rants and he takes it. It's like he thrives on the negativity that he often brings upon himself.
I think it motivates him. You know what I mean? It's hard to put yourself in this situation when the world is always talking trash about you. But I think, like I said, he doesn't like it. He fires back, which I'm okay with. But then he still performs. And I think he uses that negativity as motivation, which is key.
Can we stop with this notion to make it seem like Kevin Durant